In this English lesson, I wanted to help you learn the English phrase worried sick. When you are worried sick, it means that you are so worried, you're so stressed about something that you actually feel a little bit sick. When you are worried sick, you're not just worried, you're really, really worried. Probably two examples come to mind of this, two situations where I could say that I was worried sick, and the second one where Jen was worried sick. Normally, when my children go out at night, they come home on time, but sometimes they don't. I know I use this example a lot. If my son goes out and he doesn't come home when he's supposed to, sometimes I'm worried sick because, like all parents, I'm worried that something bad has happened to him, so I'm worried sick. When I went to the hospital to have heart surgery, during my surgery, Jen was worried sick. So, when you are worried sick, it means you're really, really worried about something. The other phrase I wanted to teach you today is the phrase sick as a dog. I don't know why we add dogs into the mix when we talk about being sick, but if you're really sick, sometimes we say that you are sick as a dog. I might say to my boss, "Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't come to work yesterday. I was sick as a dog." You might phone your boss and say, "Oh, could I have a sick day because I'm sick as a dog?" So sometimes you say sick as a dog, and you can also say as sick as a dog. So I could say, "Oh, I'm as sick as a dog." So, by the way, I'm not sick. In fact, I haven't been sick for a very long time. I think because I always wear a mask right now. I just don't get sick for some reason. So I should knock on wood though, so that I don't get sick. Anyways, to repeat, when you are worried sick, it means you're really, really worried about something or really, really stressed about it. And when you are sick as a dog, it simply means that you're extremely sick. Hey, let's look at a comment from a previous video, and this comment actually has the word sick in it. So let me read it. This is from Brent, or as we all know him, American English with this guy. By the way, he has a YouTube channel. You should check it out. And American English with this guy says, "We are the opposite in that respect. I prefer driving. If not, I often get car sick." And my response is interesting. I don't get car sick when riding in a car, but I do get a bit car sick if I try to read. I also get a bit of motion sickness when I sit backwards on a train. So this is in reference to the video from the other day where we were talking about how I didn't like to drive. I do like to drive like little short trips, but if I go on a long trip, I don't like to drive. I like to take the train. I like to fly in planes. And Brent, who is American English from this guy, is saying he likes to drive because if he doesn't drive, he feels a little sick to his stomach. That's something that we call car sickness, or he gets car sick. We also call it motion sickness. And I definitely get that if I go on the train and if I choose a seat where I'm sitting backwards on the train, I usually get kind of a funny feeling in my head and in my stomach. I get a little bit of motion sickness. So anyways, Brent, thank you very much for that comment. That was awesome of you. I do have to apologize to all of you who commented on that last video. I didn't have time to read all of your comments or respond to any of them. I only responded to Brent's, which is abnormal. Usually I take the time to respond to almost all of you. And I hope I can keep doing that for a while. People are commenting more, so it takes longer every day for me to respond, but I'll try to keep doing that. So anyways, yes, car sickness, motion sickness. I generally don't get too sick when I am on a boat. Jen, however, does not like boats. So someday I would like to go on a boat, to go on a cruise, but Jen would prefer not to because she doesn't like big boats. And you know, in fact, now that I think about it, with the current state of the pandemic, I don't think I want to go on a cruise ship anymore. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.